You know you should be emailing your list, but let's be real. Most broadcast emails feel like a chore to write and to read. If your subscribers aren't opening, clicking, or replying, it's not because email is dead, it's because your message isn't landing. In this video, I'll walk you through how to write a broadcast email your list actually wants to read using a tried and true copywriting framework that's been used for over 100 years. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the framework I was talking about. It's called the AIDA framework. It stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. This has been used by marketers and copywriters for over 100 years, and it works so well because it kind of ties directly into how the human brain works. So it goes in order. So it starts with attention. The first step of copy is to grab the viewer's attention, then to generate interest. Then once you have their interest, you generate desire. And once the desire for what you're selling grows large enough, then we give them a reason to take action. And so this framework can be applied at both the smallest and largest levels within marketing and copywriting. And we're going to look at how it can be applied to a broadcast email. In the example I'm about to show you, we're going to pretend we are an online service provider providing landing page building services for online coaches. So I'm going to hop into Ambit. Ambit is the software we're going to be using to build the broadcast email. This is a platform I built to make writing emails to your list as easy as possible. And within Ambit, in order to create a new broadcast, we're just going to click on this button, New Broadcast. So now I'll just fill this out with my broadcast email, and when I'm ready, I'll hit Schedule, and it'll go out to my list. So I'll just take a minute to fill this out with an email that uses the AIDA framework, and then I'll walk through how it works. Okay, so here's the email. The subject line I chose is "My landing pages are trash." The reason I went with this is because it absolutely grabs attention. It's making a claim about myself, which is negative, which most people are taken aback by because people don't typically go around saying bad things about themselves. So when they see something that says "My landing pages are trash," they are more likely to click to say, well, why would someone say that? And then the preview line, this is the line that comes in the gray text after the subject line in your inbox. It says, "And yours can be too." So this adds even more intrigue, which is, okay, first I said my landing pages are trash. Now you're saying my landing pages, like the reader's landing pages, can also be trash. Well, why would I want them to be trash? So we cover the whole A section of the AIDA framework with just the subject and preview lines, which is the part that people see in their inbox. So the whole point of the subject line is to get people to click, to grab their attention, right? So then we move on to interest. And so the first part of the broadcast email should be aimed at getting people's interest. Once we have their attention, which means they already clicked on the email, next we need to get their interest. And I'll just note, most broadcast emails tend to do better if you don't go and just hard sell people right off the bat, right? The whole point of a broadcast is not just to sell people. I mean, every now and then you can send a direct CTA, but if you've ever signed up to an email newsletter and all they do is just bombard you with CTAs, you probably unsubscribe, right? So the point of a broadcast is to build a genuine connection with the reader. We want to provide them as much value as possible. And then down in the PS section, that's where we can put the soft CTA. And again, every now and then we can go in with an email that's just designed to get an action. But generally, we want to put the CTA in the PS section. Okay, so let's go through this. We're on the I part, the interest. So to generate interest, we're going to do this kind of storytelling style email. So, "Hi name, I used to obsess over making perfect landing pages. Sleek layout, fancy fonts, cool animations. I thought better design equals better results. Nope. Those pages looked amazing and converted like garbage. So I threw all of that out and built something that looked boring. No fluff, no distractions, just a clear message structured like a conversation. A headline that actually speaks to the problem, copy that sounds like a real person wrote it, one offer, one CTA, no shiny object syndrome. You know what happened? It worked." So this whole part is designed to build interest in the reader's mind, which is to get them reading, to get them interested in what's coming next. And stories are an amazing way to do that because they keep the reader on the edge of their seat. This also ties into my subject line. So I said my landing pages are trash. Now they understand what I mean. I'm not saying that I actually can't build landing pages. I'm saying that overdoing it with excessive designs did not help them convert. And to make them more like trash or to make them more dialed down is actually the solution. All right, so up to now we've been building interest, but now let's move into the third stage of building desire. So once we have their interest, now we want to build them up to take some kind of action. And in this case, the action that we're going for is we want them to book a call with us. So we'll cover that last. But everything from this point till the end should be about building desire for them to take that action. And the best way to do that is providing some kind of real tangible value, like a framework. And so that's what we went with. So after it worked, now we're going to start explaining how it worked, and we're going to give them the value they're looking for. So because great landing pages don't impress, they convert. They guide the visitor. They remove decision fatigue. They make the next step obvious. If you're an online coach, your job isn't to wow people with design, it's to make them say, wow, this is exactly what I need. And so immediately, if an online coach is reading this, which again is the target customer we chose here, this bit is now building that desire. It's like, wow, this is the outcome that I want from my clients, right? I want my clients, my email list to say, wow, this is exactly what I need. So here's the framework I use now for myself and all my clients to turn their landing pages into client-generating machines, the 5P framework. So this framework I actually just generated with ChatGPT. I'm not sure if this is any good, actually. It looks decent to me. But in general, you would just pitch your framework that you came up with or one that you actually use. And then at the end, this works whether you're selling a one-on-one, a group program, or a digital offer. And when you build a page like this, your content doesn't have to work as hard. Your landing page does the selling quietly and effectively. Tomorrow, I'll be diving into the first step, the problem, in more detail. Stay tuned, Gabe. And then in the PS, we add the action. So just to recap, we build attention with the subject line and preview line. Then we build interest with the story, right, from here to here. And then we built desire by providing a framework. And then now we're going to go into the action, which is the last step. So this is the action we want them to take. So PS, if your landing page isn't converting, I'm currently offering free consultations for the first 5 people who reach out each week. 3 out of 5 spots left. If you're interested, click here to book a call. So we employed this scarcity tactic by saying we're only taking on 5 people and we show the exact number of spots left. And so this is giving them a reason to act now, not to wait, but to click the button as soon as they can. And just one note, we're not going to say this unless we can actually back it up. That means we have to be willing to turn people away when we get to 5 clients, or people aren't going to take our scarcity seriously. Okay, but that kind of goes through the 4-step process here of using Ada to write a broadcast email. So we grab attention, build interest, build desire, and then we give an action for the reader to take. So once I'm done with this, I'll just go ahead and hit schedule, and I'll send it out, let's say for tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Hit schedule. Now it'll get sent out. Just one note, I'll also be able to track all the conversion rates on my broadcast, so I can see exactly how many deliveries, opens, clicks, and then the conversion rates there as well. So I can test out different strategies, and I can see over time which ones tend to convert. So if you're looking for clean, simple software to send broadcast emails to your list, Ambit's currently offering a 30-day free trial that comes with everything you need to turn clicks into clients. Link for that's in the description. Aside from that, thanks for watching, keep killing it, and have a wonderful day.